Hello, welcome back to another day of ShadyCheratoy's Dry January. This is the day 5 video diary. So if you are enjoying the videos so far and you want to make sure you don't miss any of them, please make sure to like and subscribe so you can make sure that you are up to date on all the videos and joining along with me. So I first want to say thank you to everyone who's been very supportive. I'm getting a lot of emails and messages and DMs saying that people are very hopeful and are being really motivated and feeling more accountable, knowing that this is kind of going along with a bunch of other people and we're not all doing this alone. So I really much appreciate that. Just to review my 3 rules. First is no alcohol. Second is no dairy or animal products. And number 3 is that every meal that I do eat should have 50% of the plate be vegetables. So if you take a look at these 3 kind of guidelines that I'm going by, really only one of them have to do with being vegan. The other 2 are just cutting out alcohol and making sure that half of your plate is vegetables. You can still very much easily do this with a standard American diet or, paleo or keto or whatever diet that you are going on. So I want to make sure that we are kind of all on the same page. This is just to help everybody as well as especially myself. I am very tired today. It's been almost a week and I've been working pretty hard. I've also returned to work and it's been gloomy, it's been cold. So it has been hard, but I really am grateful for this opportunity to be accountable and to make sure that I really succeed. I am one of those people that weigh myself a little too much, but I have been losing weight, and hopefully I can do kind of like a update with you guys when I do the day 7 video diary. But today I'm definitely feeling it, and I think that's one of the things that I needed to do these video diaries for, was to make sure that I wasn't giving up and that I was keep going even when it is a tough day. So again, thank you to everyone who's been supportive and reaching out. Please make sure you subscribe. Even if you don't hit the notification bell and watch every single one, the subscription really helps get these videos out to more people. So I appreciate it. You've heard me talk about my dog a few times. So I do use him to go on walks. We are going to have to go on one here probably after I record this video. It's getting dark really early, so sometimes it's hard to get in before my work day ends. So if you'd like to meet him, his name is Kazi. He's taking a little nap right here. He often sitting right next to me. He is over 13 years old. So when we go on walks, it's not very far. So that's why you'll never really see me say like, that's my workout. But a lot of time that'll be like a warm up or cool down to kind of gauge how things are going. Okay, so let's get into what I ate yesterday. So I did have a cup of coffee. Like I said, I'm starting to slow it down a little bit. And I was still pretty cold and still craving something to drink besides water. Obviously, I had my water in the morning as well. But this time I was craving like lemon tea. So I had a lemon lavender tea. I'll put a picture of this one up there as well. I'm not always a huge tea drinker, but I think when I'm trying to reduce my calorie intake, it is a really good substitution. And after on Sunday, the Bills game, I noticed that I can't have that much caffeine if I want to go to sleep at that night. So that took me into a little later into the day, where I made a taco salad. This was so good. In the air fryer, I took a tortilla and I just kind of crunched up the sides, flipped it upside down, and then air fried it for a couple minutes. And that kind of created that deep fry shell that we love with a taco salad. So that really gave me that same effect. Then I took some onions and sauteed them with some refried beans. I forgot, but this is usually where I'll put in the taco seasoning to give it more of a taco flavor, since I am not going to be using any meat. If I do have some of the, vegan soy meat, I'll use that, but I didn't have any of that today. Then I just cut up anything in my fridge that I thought would go into a taco salad. So I had to open a bunch of cans for this. So I used corn, black olives, the refried beans came from a can, lettuce, tomato. I put carrots in it, which I know is a little weird, but I like carrots and I put those in everything. And then some jalapeno. I always keep around taco sauce too. I always keep around taco sauce because you can use it as a dressing, a very low cal dressing, or you can use salsa. I'm not a huge salsa fan, so I'd rather use the taco sauce. A lot of times I'll have leftover ones from Taco Bell or something like that, and I'll pour those on top as well. So this was so good. I know it doesn't look quite as good as it might have tasted, but I even had that the next day for lunch as well. So for lunch this day, I wasn't super hungry. So unfortunately, I didn't have like a planned out meal. And I didn't have it half veggie. So I think this is one of the first meals that I didn't make sure to incorporate more veggies into the meal because I kind of just had snacks throughout the day. So I had a significant amount of pineapple. That was pretty much the majority of my lunch. I had a little bit of Chex Mix and just kind of like a handful of cashews. And just kind of throughout the day, one of the things that's hard about trying to diet from home is that behind this wall is my kitchen. So it's very easy for me to get up and just go and get some snacks. So I ended up not really eating a lunch, started to do my workout, and then didn't really eat dinner until way later that evening. For dinner, I made some cauliflower wings or cauliflower bites, whatever you want to call them. These I haven't quite perfected yet, but I like how easy they are. So I just cut up a head of cauliflower, doused it in some Frank's Buffalo Red Hot, and then coated it a little bit with flour, onion, and garlic powder, and some paprika. I think I threw in some Italian seasoning or just kind of whatever you have. And then air fried those for a while, cut up some celery, and that was it. That was my whole dinner. I almost ate a whole head of cauliflower, but it was good. And so it's super easy. If you like any of these recipes, I don't really keep recipes. I kind of just cut things up and throw them in the air fryer or the Instant Pot. But any of these recipes, you could easily just Google whatever I called it and try to find them. So you can find many good recipes. What I often do is I will, like for the cauliflower wings, what I'll do is I'll Google 3 or 4 recipes, and if I'll either pick the one where I have the ingredients, or I'll just kind of mesh all the recipes together to make something that I do already have the ingredients for. And you can kind of play around and see how that works for you. I'll talk about that a little more in tomorrow's video. For exercise, I also wasn't feeling very ambitious last night, so I started with a Country Heat. So I keep saying Country Heat, and it's a Beachbody on demand program. So Beachbody on Demand is giving a 2-week free trial. If you guys want to try that, I'll put the link below. But Country Heat is what I'm saying. It's done by Autumn. And they always have one person that is kind of modifying each of the moves for you. So in this one, it is Julie. And so I just kind of did that. It was pretty easy, but I will say this one, I did not watch the like how-to video before, because in the first one I was like, oh, this is really slow. Like I can pick up on these moves on my own. But this one did get a little more challenging. I'm on to the second kind of tier of that. So I did go back and watch that a little bit. And as I was doing that, I noticed that on Will and Dance, one of my Kajashe classes had started. So I did go ahead and jump onto that class. Now, Kajashe is a very intense dance workout. You can make it very hard by using your levels and going up and down, or you can make it a little easier just by kind of stepping side to side. So I was a little tight from the stair climber and the incline from the day before, so I just kind of had fun with it. I brought out my maracas and used those a lot to do a little more upper body, but I just kind of took it easy. So I ended up doing an hour and a half of cardio. I just kind of took a little easier on the last hour. And then when there were songs that I really liked, I jumped up and did those a lot harder. On the more leg intensive, I grabbed some heavier weights, and then I did some of my normal kind of upper body weightliftings during the songs that I knew I wouldn't be able to do all of the hard squats and things like that. I also, if there's songs I don't like, or I do sometimes have bad knees, especially when I'm working out a lot. So if I know that it's a song that is kind of heavy on the knees, I'll work on abs or something like that. So even just having, like I said before, the music on, I can kind of modify it for myself. I'm at home, no one's watching me. Do what helps your body and listen to your body. Today I am feeling pretty tired, so I might push myself and go to the gym, or I might just do like yoga or something so that it's still aerobic, it's stretching, but it's not maybe as high cardio. But anyways, I'll talk about that tomorrow because who knows what I'll do. I always say something and then change my mind. Anyways, but the whole goal is just every day to go do something, move, do, just get that body, get that heart rate up. Even that Country Heat video, which wasn't extremely cardio challenging, I broke a sweat pretty quickly. So, and that's kind of the goal, is to get the heart rate up and to get your lungs going and moving. So I want to reiterate that every day doesn't need to be a killer workout or super motivating. Sometimes we need these relaxing days. Like today, I'm in my hoodie. I'm tired. I want to move my body. I want to do something, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I have to go out and do a super intense workout or give it my all the time. Sometimes just showing up is, a lot of the battle. And then once you do show up, you can kind of make that decision, minute by minute. Do you want to go harder? Do you want to take a break? Listen to your body. So today, my YouTube shout out is Kelty O'Connor. First of all, what she does is her channel goes through and does all of I don't want to call them physical challenges, but she tries all these workouts for you and then let them know how intense she thinks it is, what the pros, what the cons are, and then can kind of give you the ability to invest your time in that or not. She also has a great personality and is really there to be a supportive person and give new ideas. And so I really enjoy watching her, whether it's fitness related or not. And she just has a great attitude, and she's beautiful, which is really inspirational. But she also talks about her faults as well, which is really helpful this day and age. It can be frustrating when you're seeing so many beautiful, perfect people as influencers when that's really not always the case. So please go check out Kelty. If you do go over there and check her out, leave a comment, let her know that I sent you, and hopefully we can grow this platform a little more together. One of the awesome things about Kelty is she encourages you to move every day, whether that's just taking a walk or being a little more intensive. But her sign off is always go pet a dog. So I agree with that. Every time I watch her videos, I pet my little puppy over here. Puppy, he's 13. But go check her out. I did watch some of Sarah's Vegan Kitchen, who I mentioned yesterday, and she gave me 2 great new ideas, so I can't wait to check those out. People have been sending me recipes, which again, like I said, is great. I thank you so much. Please make sure to share this video with your friends and let people know that we are going to be in this together, and I will see you tomorrow.